Bachelorette or the Bachelor, and this time I was just watching it because I was like this close to turning the TV, and I saw what was happening, and I was like, wait a minute, this might be interesting.
Yeah.
So my mom and I watched it, and we were just like, wait a minute, we were ranting at different people at different parts of the episode.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, just like, is she for real? Is this happening?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, and you messaged me, like, is it always like this? Like, no, this is the first season that's ever happened where somebody is already like, I know exactly who my husband is. I'm gonna pick him. I don't care about anybody else here.
Yeah, and that's so stupid because here's the thing. I could understand that if you have, like, 5 guys now, so you kind of already know which guy you want. But it's still, like, early in the season. There's, like, 20 of them there.
She knew Dale was the one as soon as he walked out. She's just like, I think I just met my future husband. And I'm like, okay, great. Now what are you gonna do? Like, you don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, but also she's not even, like, pretending to be interested in any of these guys. Like, if I were there and I already knew that Dale and I were endgame, I would just wait it out. I would just, be nice to the guys, pretend until the final rose, right? Final rose ceremony or something.
Yeah, I feel like she had, well, even though she already knew who she wanted to pick at the first night, I feel like she just wanted to get to know anybody else to see if her opinion changed. But then even after, like, the second or third week, or even this episode, it was just like she already had her mind set. She already said, she was like, oh, why are they talking about my fiance like that? I'm like, it's not your fiance, sweetheart.
No, but also it's a roast. You're the one who decided to have a roast, or someone decided to have a roast.
That was the date.
What was gonna happen?
That was the date.
That's a roast. That's how a roast works.
What did she expect?
You can't be mad that just because you can't be mad that they're talking about specifically your man. They talked about literally everyone there. They just cut out the parts where they were talking about Dale and
Yeah.
together in the editing.
They talked about Dale because he freaking had a convo with her for 45 minutes. They were gone 45 minutes at a cocktail party.
And then came back.
And
right?
he came back. And then he ended up talking to her again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, how do you not get roasted by that? How do they not get talked about? Like, obviously they're pissed about it.
Yeah, and they have every right to, because they're kind of wasting their time. Like, a lot of these people, they're like doctors and stuff, right?
I don't even know.
I don't know. But most of them are like fitness instructors anyway. But, like, I just can't, like, it's just the obliviousness for me.
Yeah.
The obliviousness for me. How do you not know what you're doing? You're like, how is this lack of self-awareness even there? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I have multiple problems with the episode. One is she was talking to this one guy, and then Dale came in, and she's like, oh yeah, you can take a seat. Like, no, you're talking to this other guy right now.
Exactly. Don't
have him come in and steal you when you already had 45 minutes to talk to him.
And he was the one saying he wanted to be fair.
Yeah, I was supposed to say that. My other point.
Minutes.
Like, where he's like, oh, I respect, the bro code, like, everyone needs to get their time. He did this whole speech, but then literally he's with her for 45 minutes.
Just making out, practically.
And then he came back, and then he went to talk to her again. He's like, oh, yeah, I just got lost on my way to the bathroom. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. How do you get lost on the way to the bathroom?
Especially, there are camera people all around.
And stumble.
How can you get lost? Like, literally, the camera saw you. The producers saw you.
I know.
And also, if you get... They're just gonna find out. And also, the guy she was with was still in the room with her. All he needs to do is come back and tell them that he was in there.
Yeah. Also, her freaking one-on-one date that she had with somebody, she literally sent him home because he was too assertive or something. Like, she, leaned in for the kiss and, he, backed away and then he, grabbed her by the neck. It's like, what's happening? And then she sent him home because of that, saying that...
It was a misunderstanding.
That he was the one that was holding back or pushed away. And he leaned in for the kiss. No, she leaned in for the kiss first. And then she stopped. She put the blame on him, saying that he didn't leaned in for the kiss and then stopped. She was the one that did it.
I think the thing is, one thing I will say about the guy is, I just feel like there was a misunderstanding. I think he thought it was his fault, and then he thought, she was mad at him, so he tried to make it up to her, but I was like, dude, just leave her alone. You can tell, you could tell in their entire date that she was not into him. I'm just like, dude, just stop. Just go back. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Because once he started, grabbing her, and he was like, no. And I was just like, dude, just stop. You're going to make it worse. And it got worse.
Yeah, did you see the point in the beginning? What's his name? What's the guy's name? I totally forgot the guy's name, but he's I expected more from the oldest bachelorette.
Oh, his name was
I don't know. Yosef. I was totally blanking on his name. Yosef. Yeah. But he has a point. He has a point.
That's what I was actually thinking. At first, when I was watching the episode, I was like, this guy's trash. And then I was like, oh, well, he kind of made a point. He just didn't go about it in the right way.
He didn't go about it the right way, but still, she's 39. She's having freaking men stripped down to their freaking boxers. The freaking game was supposed to be dodgeball, but she wanted to do her own little spin on it. I don't even think Dale was even on that date, but she still made them do it. For what reason? Just to see their body? To compare it to Dale's just to see their body? That's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, my thing is, you could argue she is, a little immature, I will say that. But, I don't know if 39 is really a mature age. It's older than us, definitely, but, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's technically the oldest bachelorette, but I don't know if that connects to, maturity or something.
She's like, I'm 39 and the oldest bachelorette because I didn't settle for men like that. I'm like, okay, you took 39 years to find a man, but then when you go into the bachelorette itself, you instantly know who your husband is within 2 minutes of meeting him.
And also, one thing they need to take into account is, you're quarantined practically with these people. This was filmed during the pandemic, right?
No, yes, they quarantined for 2 weeks before they went on the show.
Okay.
So they had to wait 2 weeks just to get their test results back to see if they were going to go on the show. So they waited all this time.
Yeah.
And the season was supposed to be in February or whatever time it was, but it got pushed later.
Yeah. Because I know they usually do that in early January, February, they have The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I mean, practically, they are technically quarantined since it's a reality show, they're filming it in one house, and they're not going anywhere, really. They are practically quarantined together. And you're telling me, I think it's I think the fact that they're, stuck together, I think that's why she only has, a laser eye focus on Dale.
No, she just likes him. She was just when you know who your husband is, you know who it is, and she just, doesn't care. She went on the date, and she's like, this date's been going, pretty well, but I wish Dale was here.
I know.
What? You're on a date with somebody right now. That's...
Yeah, and it's you can't even fake it. You can't even fake it for the guy right next to you who's actually trying.
Yeah, I feel like she purposely made that whole excuse of him, leaning in for the kiss and not kissing her just because she didn't want to disrespect Dale. That's what I feel like is the reason. because she already liked Dale. She didn't want to make out with anybody else during that time because she already liked him. And then she made up this whole excuse about everything. Like, no, it wasn't, like, right of him to grab her by the neck, but, like, still. She claimed that he leaned in and then stopped, when it clearly shows that she leaned in and then hesitated and stopped. He didn't do anything, and then he just grabbed her because she just stopped the kiss. It was an awkward point.
Yeah. But also, it's like, did you, like, the last part of the show with the rose, that was some, you know, that was...
The group date?
On something with that.
The group date?
Yeah, the group date, where she spent literally the whole entire time talking to these men individually about Dale.
She just wanted the gossip.
No rose.
She just wanted the tea, like, oh, like, what happened, you know, with your conversation between you and Dale, because, like, Dale was like, oh, like, at the time, I spent time to go talk to her because I felt like I was the front runner. She was upset about whatever Yoship said, so I thought that I could be the front runner, and I thought I was the person fitted to go be there for her. That's basically saying, like, you're above everybody else, is what they interpreted it as. And I don't know why she's kind of, like, insulted and pissed off about, like, oh, they're, like, digging at Dale and stuff like that. Like, why are they being so rude to him? I'm like, you literally were with him making out for 45 minutes, and then you freaking canceled the first group date, made them wait the whole entire day just to talk to your friend about how you think Dale is going to be the one for you. You made them wait all day and then canceled the date, but then had a cocktail party, and then at the cocktail party you just ended up... Oh, wait, or was it she talked to Yosef during the cocktail party first?
No, that was the first cocktail party. You're talking about the second one.
I'm so confused. Okay, so the second one, she canceled the date, and then she had a cocktail party, and then she didn't even talk to the guy. She mainly just talked to Dale for 40... She didn't even talk to Dale. She made out with Dale for 45 minutes, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, I appreciate, you know, having this time to talk to every single one of you. I'm like... You're completely lying here. That's a complete lie. You literally spent 45 minutes with Dale, and you probably talked to 2 people for 2 minutes. And then you're like, oh, can we hurry this up? Like, can we hurry this process up? I just want to get to the ceremony.
And it is ridiculous how she gave nobody a rose. She's like, I didn't get anything I wanted out of this. Of course you didn't. You were talking to every other guy but Dale also. Of course you didn't get anything out of this. Because you're too busy asking these guys about the same guy you're into. Yeah, like, some people aren't about the gossip, about spreading rumors about what this person said or this other person said. Like, I mean, what was it? The first week, there was an encounter between this person named Tyler and Yosef that Yosef was previously talking to people in this other dude's hometown before he was on the show, and he called him out for that, and then that guy got sent home. But just some guys don't want to bring up topics like that, because that guy ended up being sent home because he just talked about somebody else. So for that reason, they don't want to mention it, but she's literally trying to get information from every single one of them. Every single one of them went back, and there's like, oh, did she ask you about this encounter and this encounter about Dale? And they're like, yeah, it's literally the same convo. She kept going just to try to get information about Dale. And it's just like, I feel like this is just chaotic. Like, I don't see why she's not self-aware about this. I don't see why she's doing this to all these guys. Because these guys are wasting their time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the roasts made weren't about Dale. I'm pretty sure there was other people that talked about Dale. Even that guy that was just making a joke about his last name. She freaking, was like, those jokes are good when you're not offending the person, but when you're offending the person, blah, 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 blah. And then she doesn't even give them a rose. Like, that person made a joke about Dale, but he didn't even, offend him in any way. He was just joking about him. Like, other people was like, oh, what's one thing you don't know about Dale? Oh, because he doesn't shut up. You can see her face, she's like, excuse me?
That, and also, like, Dale was fine. They kept showing a shot back to Dale. Dale was just sitting there. He didn't react. He didn't storm off. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, he was Gucci. And And then she didn't give anybody the rose, and she's like, I'm gonna give the rose to myself. I'm gonna say good job to myself.
For what? Messing up the whole Bachelorette?
For what? For what? Because freaking all you are concerned about is Dale. That's all you talk about. I'm surprised not all of them left. One of them's like, oh, maybe we should all leave. And freaking let her date Dale.
Yeah. And also, it's like, it's already bad enough they're filming this during the pandemic, so it's not like an actual real version of The Bachelorette. And then you have, on top of it, you have the Bachelorette who's literally just trying to break every single rule in the whole show.
I know!
To get with one guy. Yeah.
She's like, we're not gonna have a cocktail party. We're not gonna have a rose ceremony. I'm not gonna give a rose out to the date. I'm just gonna cancel this date. No, I'm just gonna send this guy home.
Yeah.
At the date.
Also, like, they're gonna have to have a new girl come in.
Taisha.
To replace her, because I guess she's leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is, are they gonna bring back all the guys that she sent home?
I think so.
Or is it just the guys that are in the house still? Because what if the guy that Claire sent home, Taisha is interested in? You know, they had different reasons on why they got rid of people or they like someone. Someone that went home possibly could be somebody that she likes and could possibly be her husband. That's totally not fair to them.
Yeah. Because it's like, everyone that Claire sent home was because Claire didn't see them as fit to be her husband. But if you bring in this new girl, she may have different standards. So it's like, I don't know with that. Maybe they're trying to finish off the season with the guys that are left.
But still, that's just disrespectful to the other guys that could have a chance with her. I mean, you never know. They could not, but they could. There's a chance that they could have a chance with Taisha, and, you know, they're just, you know, sent home because Claire sent them home. I'm kind of curious, like, are they going to have, like, is she just going to come in, or, like, they're going to have, like, a whole, like, redo of they all walk out of the limo, they all do first impressions again? Or is it like she's just going to come in and be like, hi, I'm the replacement. What's your name? What's your name?
Yeah, also, it's not fair to her, because she doesn't really get a valid season. She's just a filler for Claire, who clearly...
Yeah, but what if Taisha freaking was like, oh, Dale is gone, but oh, I like that dude Dale. Like, oh, I wish he was on the season still. Like, what happens if Taisha's like, oh, I like Dale? Then what?
Yeah.
And then it's like...
Wait.
Yeah, you can go.
If Claire leaves The Bachelorette before The Bachelorette is even over, does she even still count as a Bachelorette?
I don't know.
Official Bachelorette?
I don't even know.
It's like, because I feel like to be an official Bachelorette, you have to, like, complete your season and follow, like, the game rules, because they picked you for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Even when Taisha comes in, it's like, what if the guys are, like, not interested in her? Or, like, well, I mean, most of them probably would be, but, like, what if someone's like, oh, you know, but I'm pretty sure all of them will be, but then it's like, you have to reestablish connections with every single person. All these guys already have their history of already dealing with Claire and stuff like that, so they're all going through, I guess, what you call breakups, I guess. So then it's just like, how are they going to deal with their emotions and talking to the new Bachelorette? Like, how's that going to play out?
Yeah, this show, I can't...
I don't even know, is she even with Dale still? I don't even know she's with him still.
It probably is for the best that both of them just go.
Like, I watched several seasons, and I don't support many people for certain reasons. Like, Peter was the Bachelor. He picked Hannah Ann, and then was engaged to Hannah Ann, and then left Hannah Ann for Madison. And the mom didn't like Madison whatsoever. They tried being together, and then they didn't work out. So then he ended up dating this girl, Kelly, who was also on the season, who he previously met before the season. And they were kind of good friends. And then he ended up dating her. And I'm just like,
that's one thing about...
What?
That's one thing about The Bachelor that I don't get. It's like, the purpose for you being on the show is to find your husband or wife, depending on Bachelor, Bachelorette. And this whole time you're spending with them, what's it, like a few months?
Yeah.
How the filming goes, a few months. You spend a few months with these people in a practical quarantine house, and then you find someone you want to be engaged to, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, never mind. I'm like, wait a minute. You wasted our time. We're watching this whole entire thing.
Yeah. Who was it? Ari did the same thing. Ari was another person that was on like several seasons ago, and he picked Becca at first to be his wife, and he was with Becca, and he did the same thing where he left Becca and then went to go with the second runner-up, which was Lauren. And then Becca ended up getting her whole entire season of The Bachelorette because they felt bad for her. But I'm just like, I don't support those people. I don't support Peter. I don't support Ari. I don't support Claire now. Those people that do that, I don't support those people. I don't care about what your season is anymore.
Yeah.
And then they have Rose, well, no, they have like something called After the Final Rose, where they have all the old contestants come back, and the Claire comes, or the Bachelorette comes back, or like, are they gonna have Claire come back? And they usually, open up and ask questions like, oh, why did you send me home? Or, why this, why that? I feel like that is just gonna be a whole chaotic show, because all of them are gonna be pissed.
It's gonna be a mess.
I don't even know if she's gonna show up. I don't know if they're gonna show Taisha at the end of this season and have the guys, get closure on their breakups with her, or if they're gonna bring Claire, because that's just gonna be a whole entire mess. I mean, honestly, it would be really funny if they did, because I want to see what they have to say, because I'm all for the drama, but I don't even know how you go about that. Like, do people even support her still? Like, if she goes out and on like a live audience, are they gonna applaud her? Are they gonna boo her? Like, what are people's opinions on her? I don't know.
Well, they probably won't have a live audience.
Oh yeah, they probably won't.
So she won't have to worry about that. But probably Twitter. She'll probably have to worry about Twitter.
Yeah, because they have. Yeah, they have a live at the end of where like all the past contestants come back and they talk about the season, they talk about moments, and then they also, some of them talk about their heartbreaks with the Bachelorette and get closure on stuff, but I don't even know how that's going to happen now.
They're probably going to pre-record it or something. Yeah. On like a Zoom call.
That's going to be funny. I cannot wait for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Do you have any other topics or?
That's all for the Bachelorette. I found this topic which I think would be really cool to talk about. Did you ever watch Zoe 101 ever?
No, of course I have.
Okay, good. So, apparently there was this news about Jamie Lynn Spears. She posted on her Instagram and her Twitter, her bio says, "Are you ready?" And then she posted on TikTok this whole entire preview thing of all the old cast members of, who was it? The person who plays Chase, Logan, Michael, Quinn, and then they also had TikTok stars with them, such as Dixie D'Amelio, Lauren Gray, Noah Beck, JoJo Siwa. And then I guess it's a revamp of the show that's going to be live on tour. I don't even know what it is.
No.
And it starts October 25th. I don't even know what the...
No.
It already started.
No.
I don't even know what it is. I just looked on, topics on Newsfeed. I was like, wait a minute. Zoe 101's getting revamped?
No. Oh, no. Please don't. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Like, they don't even have freaking, Dustin, or Lola, or Dana, or Nicole, or Lisa, or Stacy, or... What?
I have Zoe 101T.
Okay.
You know Nicole, right?
Yes.
You know how she left the show abruptly, right?
Yeah.
So I was watching this YouTube video of this girl. She was talking about this whole situation. So basically, the tea is, she left the show because the entire cast was practically bullying her.
Huh?
Like, even Jamie Lynn Spears.
What?
said, like, she did not get along with anyone in the cast except a few of the boys in the cast.
Like
but
who?
The girls, no. Like, Jamie Lynn Spears did not talk to her, did not like her behind the camera.
That's what all stars are like.
And then Victoria Justice was her friend at first.
Yeah.
And she was happy that she was there because she had, like, a friend there because she was being bullied by the entire cast. But then Victoria turned her back on her and was friends with Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oof.
And then I heard that her last day on set, like the day where she was just like, I'm leaving, I'm done, was the day where she found Britney Spears, Jamie Lynn Spears' sister, in her trailer, literally threatening her because she was trying to, like, stand up for herself, I guess.
What?
And she was bothering Jamie Lynn, so.
What? I had no idea. But, like, there's multiple rumors about co-stars not getting along. What was... Sky Jackson and Debbie Ryan from Jessie. She shaded Debbie Ryan. Apparently, Ryan and Sharpay hated each other in real life. A couple other people. That's just crazy how that happens. But I don't understand what this whole reboot of Zoe 101 is.
They need to stop with it. One, I don't want to see any Zoe 101 with any TikTok stars. I'm sorry.
I know they showed Noah Beck and Dixie D'Amelio and JoJo Siwa. I'm like, I don't need to see these TikTok stars. Why?
This is so random.
Why? Why are they put in? Are they fill-ins for the characters that aren't there? Like, is freaking Dixie gonna play Lola now? Is Noah gonna play?
No. Also, JoJo Siwa, that's not JoJo Siwa's brand, even.
I know, they showed her. I'm like, who is she gonna play? Is she gonna be Nicole now? Or is she gonna be Lisa? Who is Noah playing? Is he gonna play Zoe's ex-boyfriend? Is he gonna play Dustin? Like, who is he gonna play?
Can we just stop making reboots? Stop it. Just stop. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see a Zoe 101 reboot. I don't. Especially with TikTok stars. Are you kidding me?
I didn't even know it was a thing. I was just trending. I was like, wait, this already happened? I don't even know what it is. I think it's a live show. I don't even know. I think it's like a live show that goes on tour, but I didn't read much into it. But, like, the event, they're like, oh, tune in October 25th for it, and I didn't even know it was a thing. But in my head, I'm like, they're doing a reboot of this, but they don't even have all the original cast. Like, I want freaking all the people. Like, I want Stacy, I want Lisa, I want Coco, I want, who else were good people on it? Mark. Dean Rivers. Like, they don't have any of those people. It's like Dean Rivers as well. And, like, who else was also main big characters on it? I don't know who else. But, like, are these TikTok stars now going to be playing the people? Because it's not going to be the same. It's going to be terrible. I don't want no...
TikTok stars can't act. Maybe JoJo can, but I'm not... No. Some of them can't act.
Like, I don't want, like, Dixie D'Amelio being the new Lola on freaking a revamped live show of Zoe 101. No, I want freaking Victoria Justice to be there. Like, I don't get what the whole thing is of it. At all.
Speaking of childhood shows, what about Drake and Josh, though? I love Drake and Josh.
I loved Drake and Josh. That was, like, one of the shows I watched. I watched iCarly, Victorious, Drake and Josh, and Zoe 101. That's all I watched. Yeah. For the most part. And also, like, H2O Add Water. And House of Anubis. Yeah. But, like, those were my 4 main shows I watched. I love Drake and Josh. Yeah. That has always been a classic favorite of mine.
If you were born in the year 2000-something, you do know what Drake and Josh is. It's everything.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were in media production, and someone played the theme song, and everyone just stopped. Even all the guys in our class just stopped, and they were like...
Yeah, everyone was singing it. I was singing. I was like, yes.
It's just amazing.
Like, the younger kids today, I don't even know what Nickelodeon shows they have now. Like, the Nickelodeon and Disney shows they have are crap. I'm gonna be
No,
honest.
they're terrible things.
They are crap.
Anytime you put Jake Paul on a Disney Channel show, you know you
Bizarre Park. I never watched that because I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, because, one, the name is stupid.
Yeah.
The whole premise is basically a modern-day iCarly. They basically stole that premise.
I know!
And they threw Jake Paul out of all these kid-friendly YouTubers. You picked Jake Paul? Didn't the FBI just raid his house like a few months ago?
Yeah.
Oh my
I used to watch Team 10 vlogs because there were a couple people on the squad that I loved, but I never really enjoyed watching his vlogs.
Yeah, because he always harassed people.
Because he always was harassing people, mean to people, and then all of a sudden, like, people that I watched, like the Martinez twins, were somebody I loved watching, and they left because they felt bullied, and then, who else? Like, Tessa Brooks left, Chance, the duo of Chance and Anthony, Chance left, Nick Crompton left, freaking Nick Crompton left. And all these people, and then, like, he didn't even have, like, a whole entire group anymore. I don't even know, like, there's a few members that are still on his team, I think, like, pretty sure Anthony, of the duo of Chance and Anthony, is still on there, but I feel like he, and maybe, I don't know if Cade is still on the team. Do you even know Team 10 members?
Barely.
Okay. Barely? Okay.
I have avoided Team 10 like I'm avoiding COVID right now.
Yeah, I only knew about the drama because people that I used to watch in the squad, they left, and I wanted to hear the reasons for it. And I was never really into his vlogs ever. I only just watched it for the people that I liked.
Well, I mean, that makes sense why you're not into his vlogs, because, you know, we're over the age of 10. And Jake Paul's audience, I don't know why, I don't know how, it's like children.
It's literally 12-year-olds.
And I can't. I will not be a part of anything where a majority of children are there. Like, there were kids outside the Team 10 house.
Yes, I was gonna say, there's kids that always are, like, in the vlogs, they'll, like, show them, and there'll be kids just lining up outside, or there'll be kids outside, and they'll have, like, a megaphone, they'll be like, "Good morning!"
I just feel like, why would you take your kids here? This is not Disneyland.
Also, why do kids watch this? Like, these are, like, majority of them are about 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then there's a couple that are, like, in they're like 18, 19, 17. But, like, majority of them are, like, older, and, like, they cuss in their videos and stuff like that. Like, why do you want to, like, how do not even teens, but just younger kids in general get into that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
Because I was never into that kind of stuff on YouTube.
Me neither. You know, when I was 12, I was watching, like, you remember that channel, 7 Supergirls?
Oh my god, I was just about to say I used to watch all of the sex channels. That was, like, the only thing I watched.
Same.
Yeah.
I was, like, 10, 11. Yeah.
Did you watch, like, the whole scandal on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the girl who was the victim of it. I watched her whole video because I was just on YouTube and I was like, oh, whatever happened to the sex channels? Like, who are their new members and stuff like that? It's been like 5-6 years since I watched it. So I went there and all of them were gone. I was like, what? And then I see all these videos and I was like, what in the world happened?
Yeah. And see, I was watching, like, pure stuff. I was watching, like, doll unboxing.
Same.
You know, toy unboxing.
Same.
Yeah, I wasn't watching, like, when Jake Paul wasn't on.
American Girl doll boxing videos, like, American Girl doll collection.
Yes!
That's all I watched on YouTube. Literally every,
That's the first stuff I watched on YouTube.
Yeah. I used to watch, like, when I was, like, 8 or 9, I would watch, like, what's in my purse videos, what's in my backpack videos, or I would watch American Girl doll videos, or then I would watch, like, Rainbow Balloon videos when Rainbow Balloon was the thing. But, like, kids nowadays, they're just like, oh, I watched this freaking thing with, like, Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio. Like, I watched their, like, documentary series on YouTube. I'm like, you're 8.
It was a documentary series?
Yeah.
What?
I think so.
For what?
What is it? I'm pretty sure, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure they have their own little TV show on YouTube. I think it's called the D'Amelios. It's like the whole family.
Oh, it's like a reality show?
It's like a reality show, but it's on YouTube. And I was just like, okay. But it's like, I don't get how
we
kids...
We need to talk about TikTokers.
Oh!
We need to talk about TikTok.
Okay, good, because I have news about a TikToker.
Is it Bryce Hall?
Yes. How'd you know?
Or is it not Bryce Hall?
It's Bryce Hall. How did you know it was Bryce Hall?
Because when is it not Bryce Hall?
Honestly, mood. Okay, so I found out that Bryce Hall got in a fight with a restaurant staff member in LA because apparently he was vaping with his friends and the manager or their waiter told them not to and they just didn't care and kept vaping. So the waiter then gave them the check and told them to leave and get out. So they got pissed. And apparently his friends were the ones to jump on the employees and he ended up throwing the first punch at somebody.
And mind you, this is during COVID. Like, you were in someone's face trying to fight them during COVID in California, of all places.
And I'm just like,
you were doing this?
Leave it to Bryce Hall to get in another fight. Yeah. And
leave it to Bryce Hall to just do all of this. Didn't he have the lights turned off in his house?
Yeah. Like, I knew Bryce Hall even before TikTok. When Musical.ly was a thing, he was, like, one of those people. And he always gets involved with drama. Constantly.
Yeah.
Like, this one YouTuber, Zach Clayton, he got in a fight with him and he jumped him and he, like, punched him. And he threw shade on him. And then also, another YouTuber I watched, Colby Brock, of Sam and Colby, he threw shade at him as well. And then recently, he's been getting in all of these fights. I'm pretty sure he had, what was it, a party of some sort?
Yeah, it was a huge party in his mansion during COVID.
And there was everybody with no mask and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everything like...
I think James Charles was there.
Oh my god, Zach Clayton was like, talking about, on his YouTube channel, because, I watch his channel, and he's like, we should all be safe during this time. I'm like, and talking about, like, the whole party, I'm like, you were at his party! You were at his party! Yeah. You were partying without wearing a mask! Don't educate people! Love you, but don't educate people to wear a mask and stay social distance when you went to his party and his mansion in LA!
Also, these specific TikTokers suck when the city of LA tells you to stop and they threaten to turn your lights and water off, and you still party.
Yeah.
Lights off, water off, still party.
There's always drama with Bryce Hall. He freaking was with Addison Rae, and he freaking cheated. I think he cheated on Addison Rae with, I don't know whose ex-girlfriend. I don't remember who. But he cheated. And then also, Little Huddy also cheated.
Oh my god.
Like, I see their videos nowadays, and Charlie and Chase are, like, good. And I'm like, how are you good? How are you good with each other? Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen other videos or, their docu-series. I don't know if I've seen it, but, I've seen them together in videos, and I'm like, or post, I'm like, why are you friends with him?
Yeah, and also, this is why I don't get TikTok, because there's too many people on there who do this type of stuff where it's like, I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
Yeah, and then Bryce Hall and Josh Richards made a whole diss track on Chase. Talking about how he cheated. I'm like, okay, Bryce, why are you dissing him when you literally cheated on Addison Rae?
Yeah, you're like the same person.
Like, why are you talking about him when you did the same thing to... And they're Charlie and Addison are best friends. They were best friends. How are we gonna talk about that when you personally yourself did it?
Yeah. And I just like I knew this would happen on TikTok because it always happens. Every time there's like a new popular app, there's always people who come up and they're famous for whatever reason they do on their TikToks and stuff. And it's always something. It's always something. Like look at that, the Paul brothers, right? They came from Vine to YouTube, and all of a sudden there was a lot of stuff on YouTube because they
Suicide
were doing
Forest.
it. Like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and Team 10 for Jake. And then you have
Color
people on
blindness.
Instagram. Yeah.
That freaking video that blew up when Logan tried on colorblind glasses. And then everyone was recreating it. I'm like, that's not something you recreate. That's like an actual problem that people have.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
like,
funny
that's
to make jokes about. But,
Yeah,
like, since it's
colorblindness.
Logan Paul, they didn't take it seriously. But, like, he actually has colorblindness. Like, it's not a joke. Don't laugh about it. People be like, when someone says, oh, like, oh, this is, like, the wrong color, someone will be like, oh, are you colorblind? Like, no. They're saying it's purple, but it's, like, a pinkish purple. They're like, oh, you're colorblind.
Yeah.
Like, no, they said it's color purple. It's a pinkish purple color, so they're not wrong. Don't say that they're colorblind. Like, people don't understand what it is at all. TikTokers, I don't get them. I really don't.
I don't. But here's the thing, Diana. I think it's because you and I are out of middle school. I think mostly these TikTokers that we're talking about, they have like a middle school audience, like 14, 13, 12. Like we were younger, we probably wouldn't be into it.
Yeah. What was it?
The people that we used to.
Lorray. I don't know if you know who that is.
Her name sounds familiar.
No, his name, Lorray. Lorray.
Okay.
He made a whole diss track on all of these TikTok stars, and it like blew up because he was shading James Charles, the Dolan twins, Bryce Hall, Charlie D'Amelio, about vaping, about how the Dolan twins unfollowed him, blocked him, about how he and Addison are besties now, and that Bryce, oh, you wish you were still with her. He literally shaded everybody. James Charles saying, oh, he began like butt surgery because he'd be looking thick now. And I was just like, you gotta watch the video. I was just like, yes, tell him. But then I was also like, why are we making all this drama?
Yeah, because I feel like these people, that's the only way they get paid. They have to create drama because that's how they get paid.
That's their only source.
Because some of these people don't even have like content. Their content is just drama.
Yeah.
They don't make like videos. Like some of these TikTokers can barely dance. Like barely dance. But yet they'll get like millions of views.
Yeah. The only people
like,
that actually know how to do dance are Charlie, Addison, everybody on Dance Moms.
Well, yeah, there's
Tony Lopez and Andreas Lopez. Those are the only people with a dancing background that I know of. There's probably more, but just like in the Hype House, those are the only people that have a dancing background. Everybody else, I don't think has a dancing background.
Yeah, and some of them, you can tell, like, they're struggling to do basic dances like this. Like, I'm just like, dude.
Yeah.
These are basic dances. I've seen 12-year-olds do it.
And they all of a sudden, they now have a singing career. They all have a singing career now.
What is with that, though?
Like Dixie made a song, Charlie made a song, Lorraine's got a diss track, Bryson, Taylor Holder made a diss track on Little Huddy.
Oh my god, Diana, is this the new era of YouTube rappers?
I don't even... Okay, but, like, Dixie D'Amelio, she can kind of sing. Like, she has an actual song.
I heard some stuff.
All these other people, they're just making diss tracks on people.
Yeah, and it's like, I can't get into TikTok. Like, I'll watch, like, the re-uploaded stuff on Instagram if it's, like, food stuff, or if it's, like, life hack stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not really into, like, people dancing and doing the dances. I don't care.
I don't scroll on TikTok. I only go on TikTok when I post, but I don't scroll and look up all the drama. Like, if it's on YouTube, like, if somebody I watch posts it, or if it's, like, you know, someone reacting to it, I'll be like, oh, when did this happen? Or it'll be in my newsfeed, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that happened. But, like,
and here's the thing.
Don't even know who's in the Hype House anymore. I'm pretty sure everybody left.
Yeah, for me, TikTok became popular, I was like, I don't know if I really want to get it because I feel like I knew this was gonna happen. I knew there was gonna be like a new Jake or Logan Paul or problematic TikToker on there, and behold, Bryce Hall and others.
Basically, all the people from Musical.ly basically died out and aren't even TikTok stars anymore, except for maybe a few like Bryce Hall, who was basically the F-boy on Musical.ly. And still is. And then Lauren Gray, Musical.ly. Yeah. And is still on TikTok. Yeah. Baby Ariel was the queen of TikTok, everybody said. And not of TikTok, of Musical.ly. And it's all of a sudden she's not relevant. And it's all of a sudden Charlie and Dixie and Little Huddy are up here now.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Baby Ariel. I'm actually happy for her that she's doing something outside of just being a social media star. Like, I think she's acting now.
Yeah, most of them are like, they act and stuff like that. Oh, what was that one guy? Do you know Paul Zimmer? The TikTok?
Oh, yeah. Oh, him?
Yeah.
Didn't he, like, leave the internet and then say that he was, like, his brother or something?
Okay. He left the internet. He was on Musical.ly. He left and didn't post anything. And then he made another account titled Troy Becker. And someone leaked it because it was of an acting or, like, audition. They're like, that's Paul Zimmer. And then Paul Zimmer then went to his account. He's like, yeah, like, this is, like, a close friend of mine now. Like, their name is Troy Becker, and I'm going to give him my account now. He's going to take over because we look alike. And then he confessed that he is actually Troy Becker and that Paul Zimmer was his stage name. So I'm like, why did you fake this whole entire thing? Like, I'm not stupid. Like, they had the same face. Yeah. Like, don't say you had a twin. Like, it was you the whole time.
I heard about that, but I'm just like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are literally doing this for what? For what reason?
Yeah.
Giving your Instagram account to yourself.
Oh, so I don't even know what his process was. Like, I don't know what went in his head with that.
I mean, I can't. I'm really, like, I really hope for the best for a lot of these kids right now who are the fans of these people who are, like, probably in middle school or high school now. Like, I really hope they grow out of that phase where they're into these people because they're too much.
I used to be when I was younger, but now I'm just like, I don't need to know about this drama. Like, every other day they'll be like, oh, so-and-so's canceled. Like, right now it's like, oh, Bryce Hall is canceled. This person's canceled. Mm-hmm. Zoe Laverne is canceled.
You're canceled practically every day.
And I'm just like, okay, you can't just cancel somebody like that, people. Like,
also, and here's the thing, if you really want to cancel them, just stop engaging in their content.
Yeah, like, you hating on their content is just getting more attention to the content.
And also, don't leave posts on the comment section or in their YouTube videos that's engaging in their content. You're giving them
like
money. Like, I think here's the thing, if you really want to cancel Bryce Hall and stuff, just stop engaging with his content.
Like,
it's probably not that good anyway.
If you hate someone, you can hate them, but don't make a whole scene about it. Don't comment on their reasons about how much you hate them and you don't like them. Like, I get your point, but you're just giving that person more comments, more clicks on their posts, more clicks on their videos.
Yeah, because Bryce Hall does not care whether or not you don't like him. He's still rich, he still has money, and he's still gonna party during COVID.
Yeah. What was it? Like, all the Hype House stars. Do you remember that one time I was in class, all of the freaking Hype House stars, all of their nudes got leaked, and all the Sway House people, their nudes got leaked?
Yeah.
Me and Maddie were talking about it. And, like, everybody's nudes got leaked, and I'm just like, how did that even happen? How did the whole freaking Hype House get their nudes leaked? It was,
I know.
Tony.
You just have your nudes in, like, one folder on someone's phone, like...
labeled Hype House stars exposing. Yeah. Sway House stars exposing their nudes, because freaking Tony Lopez got his nudes leaked. Dixie D'Amelio got her nudes leaked. Dixie D'Amelio literally said, "Oh, that isn't me." Like, Tony Lopez owned up to it, and, it's like a mistake about it, but, like, Dixie D'Amelio was like, "Oh, that's not me." Like, sweetheart, we can see your face. We know it's you. Don't act like it's not you. Freaking Bryce Hall's nudes got leaked from when he was, like, 12, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know why this is a thing now. Why are people bringing it?" And then...
Wait, from when he was 12?
Yeah, from when he was, like, 12 or 14, and then, like, Taylor Holder's nudes got leaked from, like, 3 years ago, and I'm like, did they purposely...
Some of these people are underage. Like, that's illegal. And
I know.
You have these people's nudes leaked, and you're looking at them, and they were 12, and...
Oh, what was it? Little Honey's nudes got leaked, too? That's why they made this whole diss track, freaking Bryce and Taylor made this whole diss track called Still Softish because of the freaking nudes that got leaked of Chase. And I'm just like, Bryce, why are you talking about it? Your nudes got leaked too. Taylor, your nudes got leaked too. What are you talking about? Chase's nudes. Your nudes got leaked too. Your nudes are even worse than his freaking nudes. Like, what? Like, why? Why are you talking about, like, why are they going after him when literally your nudes are leaked too? You freaking cheated on us, and I don't get the whole TikTok phase.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know the whole process. They're like, "Oh, I got this person's nudes. Okay, we're gonna do this person's nudes next." Because it literally all of them, I feel like, got released at the same time. Like, I heard about it, and they all got released within the span of a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't even know. Oh, speaking of revamps, apparently I read Legally Blonde 3 is having a revamp, or Legally Blonde's coming back with Legally Blonde 3.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that. Apparently, it's supposed to be coming out. Where's my news on this? May 2022.
Oh, May.
2022.
2022?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was supposed to be February of next year, but due to all the whole COVID thing, it got moved back another year.
Yeah, Diana, do you realize that, like, for next year, there's practically going to be no content, like, barely any movies and stuff, because it's like no one had the chance to film anything this year. And if they did, it's not that much.
Yeah.
So, by 2021, we're going to have, like, not that many movies come out. We're not going to have much TV shows coming out. Like, it's going to be, like, a drought.
Yeah. I feel like with the whole coronavirus, all these, like, TV and movie stars all had, like, reunited. Like, Zoe 101 reunited, Legally Blonde reunited. They did, like, a scene for one of them. Mean Girls reunited, High School Musical reunited that one time for, like, this one, like, show they reunited. A few other people. Now everybody's all of a sudden talking about, like, oh, reboots of this, reboots of that. Like, they have a freaking reboot of, what is it, High School Musical, the series on, I'm not even going to talk about that. High School Musical, the musical, the series on Disney Channel, I don't even know what it is.
It's not that bad, because it's not a reboot. It's not.
No, it's not a reboot?
Trying to be Troy and Gabriella. It's not.
Okay.
It's a spinoff. And basically, the whole thing is, like, it's focused on the kids who went to the High School Musical was filmed. So it's not even, like, in the High School Musical universe. It's, like, taking place in our world.
Yeah.
Where everyone's aware of High School Musical, the movie. And it's just the kids who go to the school who went to the school that High School Musical was filmed at, and they're just doing a musical of High School Musical at their school. That's all it is.
Yeah. They're having...
It's confusing, but that's all it is. It has nothing really to do with the show. It's just they're doing the movie as a musical in their school.
Yeah. They're having tons of reuniting of, like, cast members, so I'm going to ask you, what show from any time would you want them to have to come back and have a reboot to or a revamp to?
I really don't want a reboot or a revamp of any
of any show.
No, because, like, every time they do a reboot, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
True.
And it ruins it for me. Like, just leave it alone. Like, if you do a reboot of Drake and Josh, I can't. No, don't do that.
They're gonna put David Dobrik in it. They're gonna put David Dobrik on the show now.
Oh no.
Because freaking Josh is
No.
associated with David Dobrik, and they're gonna freaking... David Dobrik freaking reunited Drake and Josh because...
Honestly, David Dobrik is already on Nickelodeon for, like, other stuff. I wouldn't be shocked if they put him on a reboot of Drake and Josh.
Yeah, like, they're making reboots and stuff, but they're, like, putting more other people in. Like, freaking Zoe 101, they're freaking putting Dixie D'Amelio and JoJo Siwa and Noah Beck and all these people. And I'm like, no, I want the original cast. I want the original people. I don't want this TikTok star freaking replacing this person.
And, iCarly doesn't work today because iCarly worked at a time where the internet was different. You know, like, YouTube is popular now, but, like, back in iCarly's time, it was, like, anything that was just viral on YouTube, people would care about. Like, Fred and stuff. Remember when he was on iCarly, Fred?
Oh my god! Like, I used to watch his YouTube channel, itself, and it was crazy, and then he had a brother, I started watching his brother's channel, and, like...
Oh, me too!
He had a whole movie, there was, like, Fred the movie, and, like...
Three of them. There were three
and he just, like, died out. Like, he's known for that today, but, like, there's no content relating to it.
Yeah, because, like, it was just viral. It's just viral 10 years ago, so...
Yeah, even, like, Miranda Sings, I don't even know if she's still... I feel like she is a thing, but she isn't that popular as she used to be in, like, 2013, 2014.
Yeah, she kind of peaked in, like, that time. Because now, like, you know, kids aren't watching Miranda Sings.
Literally, all kids watch is TikTok. I don't know how. Like, all they do is watch TikToks. Like, people I know, like my neighbors, my cousins, they're on TikTok. And I'm like, why are you on TikTok?
Aren't your neighbors, like, 8?
Yeah, I have neighbors that are, like, 8. And I asked them, like, who their favorite TikTok stars were, and they said it was Charli D'Amelio and Addison Rae.
But they're, like, our age. They're not even...
And they knew, they were, like, doing TikToks, and they were, like, throwing it back. I'm like...
No.
I'm like, what do you else you guys know how to do? You know how to do the WAP? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, don't do the WAP. Don't do the WAP for me. Don't do it. I don't want to see it.
No. They don't even know what WAP means.
I know!
They don't even know what WAP means.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the song means.
Yeah. And, like, my cousin's on TikTok. She's 13, almost 14, so she's kind of around that age. But, like, she'll do TikToks that are just, like, I don't even know. Like, she'll throw it back on TikToks, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, you're jealous because I can throw it back. I'm just like, I don't care.
No one's jealous of a 14-year-old who can throw it back.
I don't care if you can throw it back or not. You're 13. You're 14, and you're throwing it back on TikTok.
Anybody with common sense who is a practical an adult, because technically you and I are adults, would not be into 14-year-olds throwing it back. And if you are, you need to have the cops called on you.
I know!
That's why I can't get into TikTok, because sometimes there's, like, you know, 12-year-olds doing the WAP, and I'm like, no.
Don't be 8-year-olds on TikTok. You have to be 13 to be on TikTok. They just use, like, their parents' information, and they get on TikTok. And I'm like, you're 8. Why are you on TikTok posting? Like, the freaking renegade. It's, like, you're 8. Get off of TikTok, please.
Yeah. Especially, like, if you're going to throw it back, look, if you want to throw it back in your room by yourself, no camera, fine. Don't post it. Do not post it. Because you remember when twerking was a thing?
Oh, God, yeah.
And everybody at the school dance had to twerk at some point.
Yes. What was it? Grind on Me was the thing, and all the guys to the Grind on Me dance? No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. I get throwing it back because, I mean, that was the thing when we were in middle school, too. But the thing was, there was no TikTok. There was Vine, but people weren't throwing it back on Vine. So
I know! Vine was 6 seconds. Okay, wow, we actually have, like, a couple minutes left, because I think we started at 1:03, and it's now 2:02.
Yeah.
So we have, like, about a minute left, so I'm going to say that, we have a website, mentioned it several times. The website, I think, is my freaking name. My email, dgswar63002/wix.com. Or if you click on, go to Montco Radio, click on schedule, and then click on our show. It will take you to our website. We have Instagrams. My Instagram is Diana.630. Your Instagram is, you can plug your own Instagram.
My Instagram is @Citizen Samara.
Yeah. I also post all of our podcasts on my YouTube channel, which I'll plug, which is Diana.630 as well. And yeah, that's basically all of that. I think that's all of our social medias. We don't have that many. And we're excited for what this podcast show has to come in the future. We're only on week 3, but we have so much more topics, way more coming up. We don't even know what we're gonna do yet in the future, but we're not gonna spend a whole hour talking about trends. It's gonna change within a couple months. So, be tuned and be excited for that. And we will see you guys next week on our next podcast.
Bye.
Bye.